The Backrooms. No end, no resistance, no interest in what enters it. The one beyond selected this version for the next experiment. Not because it was difficult, it wasn't. Because it was useful. A wide range of spaces, different conditions, the perfect testing grounds. The experiment? Release the Infection Alliance into the void. Observe. The Backrooms does not fight. It does not retreat. It absorbs, quietly, completely, without acknowledgement. The question is whether it will do the same here. Will the Backrooms swallow the infections, pulling them apart, threading them into the walls, turning them into just another part of the void? Or will the Infection Alliance consume it first, spreading throughout every corridor, every room, until the void itself becomes a flesh, biological horror? The Backroom spans more realms than just this, and it does not give up its data easily. The one beyond is not finished mapping them. Subscribe to stay close to what gets uncovered. Alright, what's up? Welcome back for some more Minecraft Infection War. As you guys have probably noticed, we're in a bit of a different area. We're currently in the Backrooms, because in honor of the movie coming out in a few days, I think this video will probably be out of the day of the movie coming out. Well, in honor of it, I decided to make the Infection Alliance fight against Backrooms, because I want to see how that goes, and I really am excited for the movie. So let's hop right into it and get started. Alright, here we are on level 14, Paradise. Soon to become a nightmare due to the infections that will spawn. We are going to have the flesh that hates, the SCP, somehow broke in to the Backrooms verse fungal infection spore. Which of the two biological horrors will become the ruler of this floor, integrating with the Backroom? Rolling level 14. Alright, let me go spawn them both. Oh, well, I don't even have to spawn it. There we go. We have the flesh that hates over there already. Now let's head to spawn the spore. Alright, so here we go. Here, the proto-hive mind arises, ready to convert this flat paradise into its fungal grounds, fungal home. Alright, so we got spore versus the flesh that hates all the way over there. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, I've decided that for the remaining like 2-3 more levels I'm gonna do, this mod has a lot more levels, but you know, I'm not gonna do them all. I'm gonna have the infections fight each other to see which of the two will come out on top on each level. I don't know which ones I'm gonna do for the final ones. All I know is I'm gonna do the dulling at the very least. I'm not sure on what levels. I think there's one snowy level that I do want to do for a fight, but we will see. And I still have 2 more Backrooms themes videos ready. Well, not ready. I want to film. One for a game and one for another Minecraft mod. So I am going to go. We're going to chill over here to start off with. So yeah, hope y'all enjoy watching them both spread and to see which will come out on top. My guess is it might be the flesh that hates, but I could be wrong. So I hope y'all enjoy, and I'm going to stop talking now. Level 14. The flesh that hates found entities here, alive, present, within reach. It could not damage them, so it grew from itself instead, slowly, on its own biological processes, patient in a way that something called the flesh that hates should not be. The level does not react. 2 consumers. One of them is waiting. Spore's dome was almost complete. Dense, unbroken. The kind of darkness level 14 rarely holds, and the kind a Job needs. It spawned. One eye, no limbs, just presence. Shortly after, the hive mind went silent. Spore was gone. No confrontation, no final moment, just absence. The one beyond does not have a clear answer for this. The Backrooms did not give clean answers. What is known? Spore entered level 14. Level 14 kept it. I have no clue what ended up happening. It's only been like 3-ish hours, but Spore has gotten taken care of. The very center, the hive mind, was killed by something. I have no clue what, but you guys will. Once I do the... hate doing that. When I do the little, time-lapse thing. This will... yeah, it's probably will become a level that connects the Backrooms in the SCP universe. Whether that is good or bad, who knows? It is probably bad, though. But anyway, let's move on to the next floor and see if the infections can continue surviving or if they will get wiped out by the Backrooms. For level 0, there's like 12 different floors in this mod, all the way from level 0 to level 8, and then 4 special floors. So we're gonna start off with the skull cord. So into survival we go. Trigger. Real quick though, look at this. Look how massive this backroom structure is. It's infinitely generating too. Look, as you go more and more generate, it is actually insane. It's so cool. I love this mod so much. So I'm gonna chill right here while we watch as the skulk slowly starts to turn the backrooms into its own little playground. Level 0. The lobby. 600 million square miles of empty rooms. Fluorescent hum, moist carpet, no danger. Nothing here to slow what entered it. Skull cord begun its spread. It moved fast. Fast enough to break the boundaries of level 0 entirely. The horde pushed outside the level, still consuming from within, spreading into what lay beyond at the same time. The lobby has a new tenant. The one beyond logged it. The experiment was growing past its original parameters. Why does it like doing this much? I don't understand. So it just tunneled its way up instead of affecting the actual down here, the back rooms. That, man, that's kind of bummy if we're being for real. But I'm still gonna chill down here and just watch as it take over down here slowly and slowly and slowly. And eventually we'll go back up there and check in and see what they have done. So you get a good spot here. Level 0, the lobby. For most, the first thing the backrooms offer is this. Fluorescent hum, moist carpet, mono yellow, endless empty rooms. Skull cord was changing that, spreading throughout the corridors, consuming, terraforming, transforming, replacing what level 0 was with what it was never supposed to be. The one beyond observed. The experiment had claimed the entry point. Anyone no-clipping here now does not find the lobby. They find the skull cord first. The last thing most of them see is not yellow. Alright, here we are on level 182, Everwinter Last. A suburb stuck in an eternal snowstorm. So, for this one, I've decided to have 3 infections invade this level to see which of the 3 will come out on top and take over the level, or if the backrooms will wipe all 3 out. So we have Me Alliance, I can't think of the name, Dulling, and Prion. So let's hop into it and get us started. Once this, there we go. It has became the me stuff. Now, let us summon the level 3 builders to come to this one and take over, starting to build from here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully, the me should probably start building up now with their level 3 builders. I just summoned them. So, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so we've gotten far enough away. Let us spawn in the Prion, the hive. Give it some cows to snack on real quick. You gonna snack on them? There we go. Okay, and there we go. There's a few lacerators for them just to get it kick-started, because I know it wouldn't have gotten started without it. And now, let's move on to the final infection, Prion. Spawning it in. Will Prion consume another world? Or maybe, not Prion. Will the Dulling consume another world? Alright, so here we are. We're gonna spawn in a Prophet, and then a Probe as well. I meant to spawn in a Missionary, but the Prophet, it is the same thing basically. So there we go, it has started. Which of these three will become the last survivor? Will the Dulling manage to consume this entire world, blocking out the sun if it existed? Well, it doesn't really matter because there is no sun. Turning it even darker and colder than it currently is. Or maybe Prion will consume it of all biological matter, converting everything to become it. Or maybe the me will conquer it, turning this into their stronghold, the way they can break into the backrooms and have forward base into it. Level 182, the Eternal Winter. The me had built here a colony, structured, defended, claimed. When the Dulling began spreading nearby, the me attacked. The Dulling learned. It adapts to what it gauges it. It takes biomass from what it destroys. It remembers every encounter. The me colony did not know any of this. By the time they did, the colony was nearly gone. The Dulling had almost erased the me from level 182 entirely. The blizzard did not notice. The one beyond observed. The experiment had seen its answer. The surviving me found Prion's hive. What remained of them? One attacked, one alone without the colony behind it. The rest scattered into the frozen waste, gone. The one beyond observed what remained, a colony that no longer knew what it was. Oh, whoa, what the hell? Alright, so here we are for the final level we're gonna invade with the Infection Alliance. Level 8, the Cave System. This time we're gonna have the 6 of the Infection Alliance members invade this level to see which of the 6 will be the final standing, taking over the cave. So, we're gonna do the Dulling, Desertification, Pharosis, Skullcord, Spore, and Me Alliance. My assumption is the winner's gonna be either Spore, Skulk, or not Pharosis, the Dulling, because these two will have an advantage due to like the underground being their natural habitat. But that's besides the point. Let us get started right away. We're gonna start with the me. So let me go find a spot to spawn them. Alright, so they managed to convert it to theirs. The Me Alliance's base, their first colony. So now, let us spawn their builders in real quick, and that's all we're gonna do. Alright, so we found a far enough away spot. We're gonna place down a few sands and kick that start up. And the Me's over there. So now we're gonna go move on to spore, so let me go find a spot real quick and we'll do that. That's probably going to be somewhere over there, maybe up. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so we're going to do it up here. We're a bit higher, the desert's over there. Me's all the way over there. So we're going to spawn the spore right there. Boom, the proto hive mind. And then we're going to give it 4 mounds. 2 inside like the main one, and then 2 outside in the bigger one. Should be right here. Perfect. Chuck that. And now let's move on to the next one. We're going to do the dulling last, so we're going to do Skulk Horde next. I think I'm probably going to put this one somewhere in the water. So let me go find a spot where I'm going to put this, and I'll be right back. All right, so we found where I'm going to end up putting the Skulk. We're going to put this one down here like I said. Let me just hit that survival mode. Please don't have something jump me real quick. And there we go. There the Skulk has started underwater. Let us move on to Parasites now. I have no clue we're doing this. God damn, so many Skulk Phantoms. Alright, I don't even know where I'm at, to be honest, in terms of like the other infections. This is just a random spot. So here Parasites goes, it's just a bit away from them. And now let's move on to the final one. The dulling. Let's let them spawn in. And there we go. The dulling has been spawned. The probe. And now let's spawn. Not what I thought that was. I spawned the wrong one. There we go. This is what I meant to spawn. The missionary. Well, they have a boss now, the dull priest. So, it don't matter. It don't matter. Let me go over to the me, because that's where we're gonna start on, and we're gonna chill around there while I am at work. And then when I get back, I'll move to a different one and yada yada yada. So anyway, let us go and hope y'all enjoy. Level 8, the cave system, stone or endless. The most resource-rich level in the Backrooms. The me found it. Scattered no longer, they built. Larger than anything the colony had made before, across the vast lake. A bridge, their greatest colony yet. The one beyond observed, the me had found their level. Level 8's cave system had been claimed, not taken, claimed. Parasites does not simply spread, it builds, it converts, it makes a space its own. The cave walls, the ore, the water, all of it folded into something the level had never meant to hold. For now, Parasites moved it through it alone, but the dulling was close. Alright, so I am back from work, and so it seems. The me have spread a whole bunch with the dulling over here as well. But, oh, that me's stuck. The desert. The desert seems to have become stuck, immobile, not spreading anymore, while the me have made their massive colony. They even have a little raft out there. But yeah, it is huge over there. Little turret outpost. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go check out the other infections. Is the hive? It is still alive. It managed to survive this entire time. That is cool to see. And yeah, we have a whole bunch of them still alive. I'm assuming they haven't interacted too much. Here we are, we have reached Skulk. Where is the main block? Here it is. What is their mass at? They've barely spread, and there's no Skulk mobs. They're only at 3,000. I don't know if they've broke or what. but it does not seem to be spreading anymore. We will chill over on this side though, because I want to see how they are all doing. On to the next one. Well, what seems to be the next one, Pharosis. It has spread a whole bunch. This entire area over here is now Pharosis. Is there any of the dulling left that I originally spawned? Okay, no, the probe still lives. It is still alive over here. Or a new probe has spawned over here. I'm not too sure which one. So, as it stands, every infection is still in the count currently. But, will one of them come out on top over the night? Or will they just manage to coexist on this level, showcasing how the Infection Alliance can properly coexist, helping each other? Or will they continue to fight, like Pharosis and Skulk seems to be doing with some like third partying from the dulling? Meanwhile, me, Spore, and Desertification all seem to be in their own nice little area over there. While the me have a whole bunch of secret bases here and there, spread all around. Neither of them manage to exist currently. But meanwhile, over here we have a fight going on between Pharosis and I believe the dulling. The distance had reached 0. Pharosis and the dulling now contested the same space. 2 infections, 1 cave system, fighting for dominance. One of them fights to learn. Elsewhere, in level 8, the Skulk moved alone. Almost no mass remaining, no spread, no advance, no territory. What had broken out of level 0 itself was now barely a presence. The dulling did not stop at Pharosis. Units moved towards the Mies colony, their greatest structure, built across the lake, now drawing its attention it was not prepared for. A second front, while the first was still open. The one beyond watched. 2 battlefields, 1 enemy, no hesitation. The experiment had revealed its dominant force. But the resource-rich sanctuary did not stay quiet. Pharosis was spreading too fast. An infection of unmatched speed, unmatched might. None of the other infections stood a chance. Against this velocity, they were simply erased. Yet the realm resisted. At the highest point of the cave system, the Spore was still alive, holding the high ground. It refused to yield. Alongside the me, a desperate front was formed. two factions throwing everything they had against an unstoppable tide. But an anomaly emerged. The spore was losing territory, its nodes collapsing, yet it still had not spawned any calamities. The ultimate bioweapons remained completely dormant. In face of total eradication, holding back is an execution sentence. Unless it is not fear. The one beyond observed. Two defenders, one apex predator. The experiment was yielding new data.
If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you and remind you to like, comment, and sub, as all three of those things will help me out a whole bunch. And if you have already done those three things and you still want to support me somehow, check out my Patreon and my YouTube membership. The link for the Patreon will be in the description of the video. They both give you access to different perks. Like my Patreon will on the highest tier will let you get access to my unedited videos, and you can also get sneak peeks of my future videos on YouTube. While the YouTube membership at the highest tier will give you access to my videos on early access, and you can also get a shout out for both the Patreon and YouTube at the end of each video. Thank you each and every one of my Patreon and YouTube memberships. Your names will be on the screen right now. Your support means a whole lot and it lets me continue making content with more effort and just in general. So